Of course, they are. I mean, they are something that you need to look up to. But I believe, I mean, there are at least 50 other companies in Japan who are doing the same thing, right? And because they all learn from one another. And I think Toyota is the only one that's getting documented and coming out in front. And quite frankly, they don't bother. I think that the whole approach there is quite different. And even their suppliers like Denso, because my father worked in a company called Showa Electric. I believe they were an eventual Deming Prize winner in 1965. But yeah, they each one of them has similar systems. They learn from one another. So it's quite a different, it's interdependent. How can I put it? You can't put a number in it, right? You can't really explain it. But that's the way it is. We don't have that kind of thing here, right? We tend to, the rugged individual, the cowboy riding into the sunset, right? That kind of mentality. It's about me and I'm all alone, right? I mean, you talk about, the superstars, the actors or something, and they believe that they're the ones who are, they get paid the highest. And what if while shooting, the cameraman decides not to turn on the camera? What are you going to do, right? I mean, you're going to beg him. I mean, what are you going to do? Right?
You won't even know where the camera is focused.
Exactly.
So coming back to the organization within the organization, the same thing as what we talked about, that each organ or each system in our human body can grow at their rate of improvement or growth, but they're all, although independent, they are interdependent. So anything happens to one function will affect the other function. So
absolutely,
coming to an organization, you start a lean initiative and you do heroic deeds on the shop floor, but the finance doesn't get involved, the HR doesn't get involved, only the quality and the operations get involved, and then the organization gives up hope that nothing is happening because the finance gentleman does not get it on his what you call that, they do the profit and loss account. It doesn't show over there. And Mark Deluzio would be talking to us about lean accounting. But I want to take on this of speaking of the same thing, that it doesn't happen. It happens in one thing. It doesn't happen for the organization.
Yeah, I think the thing is, before we embark upon anything like this, okay, you want to bring in a change, do we have enough knowledge of our entire organization right now? I think we should sit back and ask ourselves the honest question. That do you really understand your company? I mean, have you seen it in its entirety? Have you seen who depends on, what depends on which process depends on which process? Have you ever seen that? It begins with the customer. It begins with the customer, and we forget that. So when you are bringing in that change, you want to embark upon something, like I said, you want to do something for your company. The first question you ask is, who's going to benefit from this? Am I doing for my benefit? Do I want to show myself in good light in front of the big guys here at the top? Are we doing it for the company to do well? For whom? What's this for? What's all this for? And once you identify what it is for, I think then everything starts falling into place. The point is, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And we mess up. We mess up badly in that respect.
So great. You know what?